Resistance is futile.
Boldly going where no show has gone before. This is The Week in Geek with David D. Squared and Brian Held. Heard live on News Talk 99.5 WRNO and the iHeartRadio app. Here are your hosts, Brian Held and D. Squared.
Greetings, citizens of Wakanda. This is The Week in Geek, your source for geek and pop culture news that's trending now. I'm your host, D. Squared with...
Brian Held.
Is this The Week in Wakanda?
Yeah, it has to be. Absolutely, man. Well, hey, do you want to get right into it?
Sure, let's just get right into it. You know what, Brian, though?
What?
Let's lay out the show before we get right into it. As always, we'll open up with top nerd news.
Yes.
And then we'll have Skungy.
Yes, Skungy's Pick of the Week.
And then we have an interview.
We do. We have an interview with Mr. Jeff Balke. He is the first announced guest of MightyCon. That's the New Orleans Comic Con that's coming at the Hilario Center June 9th and 10th. And a lot of people are eager to hear that. So,
nice. Yeah.
Yes. And we'll close out the show as we always do with This Week in Geek History.
All right, let's get into Wakanda news.
There you go.
And now, your top nerd news stories from around the world, brought to you by the Viridian Tea Company. Find them on Etsy. And now, your top nerd news stories. So apparently some indie flick came out again that just crashed the box office again.
Yeah, so, man, Black Panther is absolutely breaking records. What is it? Disney has announced they expect $218 million between Friday and Monday.
Let's say, have they announced the trilogy or something now?
No, they haven't. I mean, of course, we're going to see Black Panther in Avengers Infinity War, which comes out May 4th. But, I mean, even Black Panther has been breaking records in individual AMC theaters, up to 80 across the country, where it's just completely sold out.
I went this morning, Sunday, 11 a.m. We went for 11 a.m., and the theaters, the parking lots were packed. The lines were just insane. Fortunately, AMC had a whole boatload of people working for once, so I wasn't sitting in line for an hour.
Right. But
we got there at 10. You know, the movie's for 11. We even had reserved seating, so it's not like we had to get there super early. I just got there because I knew it was going to be long-ass lines.
Right.
Man, I mean, we got into our seats by 10:45. Now, of course, we had half an hour of trailers, but that's besides the point.
Right.
But even DJ, he's looking around, he goes, they didn't have this many people for all the Avengers movies. I mean, it was just jam-packed.
Absolutely.
I mean, this is...
The first time I saw it was Friday morning, 10:30 a.m., because luckily I was off on my day gig, and that theater was packed.
All that aside, though, the movie was pretty damn awesome. I mean, it just really, from start to finish, I tend to be narcoleptic sometimes and fall asleep during a lot of movies. I was awake. I made it through the whole movie.
Yeah.
Didn't even doze off. Didn't even get the nods,
Plenty of great action. I mean, you think about this. We've already seen Black Panther in the series. Right. This is sort of the origin story of Wakanda. Right.
Yeah, a little bit,
And so it's wonderful how everything was well laid out. And this is the 18th film in the MCU universe,
Jesus,
right?
18.
It is. And why is it that people haven't figured out you do not leave until all the credits are done?
Dude, when I was leaving, I was like, you know what? Marvel is probably going to cause all the AMC theaters to put bathrooms or portalettes in the theater themselves. Because holy crap, dude. I mean, I was ready to pee right as the credits started. I'm just sitting there tapping my toes, tapping my feet, crossing my legs, crossing my thumbs, everything. But I stayed.
Yeah.
I stayed. Took it for the team.
Absolutely.
All right, speaking of the team, George R.R. Martin, he's off the team.
Is he?
I'm done with him. He can kiss my hairy butt. Because he's lazy, and now not only is he going to do Winds of Winter, he's waiting on that. He's going to make it a twofer. He's going to go jump and do another book. He's going to go start with all the Targaryen crap and do prequels. And I don't know if Jar Jar Binks is showing up or not. I don't know. But either which way, he can't finish one goddamn book, and he's going to go start two more?
Well, he's mad that the denizens of Reddit have already finished the book for him.
Well, good. Oh, man. Dude, he's too busy rolling around in his little hat and his Grammy or whatever the hell he's got. Not a Grammy. Some stupid
and his
Golden
piles
Globe
and piles of money.
Yeah. God, I mean, maybe it's just jealousy. But either which way, though, I wanted the books. But, I mean, you know what? Screw it. HBO already has the plot line because, I mean, dude, he's old. He's going to be dead before he finishes this. It's going to be like Robert Jordan Wheel of Time. Right. That's what's going to happen here.
Well, I mean, but does it...
Ghost Riders. Woo!
I don't know. For me, it doesn't matter. I couldn't make it past the second book. I mean, I'd had enough. Like, halfway through that book, I literally threw the book across the room, and I was like, forget this thing. I'm not interested in it.
I don't know. It doesn't matter. They got a TV show. You should check it out. It's pretty good, or so I hear. So, George Martin, you're fired.
All right, fair enough.
What's next, damn it?
Well, we finally got a full Incredibles 2 trailer.
Damn it, we did, and that's what I forgot to do.
I told you to load it.
Shut up. You're not the boss of me.
But it was
damn it.
An incredible trailer.
It was. So basically,
in a word.
Elastigirl is going to be... Oh, God. See, you had to point out your bad pun.
Yes.
Jesus.
But yeah, it's going to focus around Elastigirl.
Yes. And I feel a connection to Mr. Incredible because I'm pretty damn incredible, and I'm the stay-at-home dad.
You are.
I am. So I understand his pain, where you're just like, I can't keep giving him cookies. I can't.
Jack is going to steal the show.
He is.
I'm so excited to see that.
A baby with superpowers. Like, babies are nothing but poop and puke all the damn time. But then you throw in superpowers? Jesus, if either of my children had superpowers, I would not be doing this show today.
You'd be dead.
I would be dead. I'd be Elasta-dead.
Yes.
Whatever. All right, but it looks really cool. Finally, they're and it's picking up right where it left off. Right. I am the Underminer. The Underager. Oh, wait, no. Squirrel.
Yes. Clearly moving on. So you wanted to talk about the fact that The Walking Dead is going to start up next week, right?
Yes. Yes, it is starting up next week. And guess what, Brian?
What's that?
Stripper zombies. Well, that's what I read in the article. Maybe I read into the article.
You probably did.
But they're gonna have a naked zombie on The Walking Dead, Brian.
Wait, do you not get enough out of Game of Thrones? Right.
No, I don't.
Okay.
There's no such thing as an overage of boobs.
I think that most folks believe that The Walking Dead has already jumped the shark at this point.
Well, honestly, I really don't want to see a nude zombie. That's just not appealing, appetizing, even remotely. So, narcoleptic, not necrophiliac.
Right. And real quick.
I get those two confused, though, shockingly enough.
Apparently.
I sleep on dead people.
Oh, jeez. We weren't going to talk about it, but if you need your fix of that, Altered Carbon has a lot of nudity in it.
Oh, does it?
Yes.
Wow, you should have opened up with that.
Well, All right, hey. We're getting close to a break.
We are.
We received a game for review.
Oh, God, we did.
Yes, from Lawrence King Publishing. It's called Sci-Fi, a movie top score game. And we got a little deck in. It's like a little deck of playing cards.
Okay.
And what I like about this game is the fact that it covers all of the movies that we love. Star Wars, Dune,
right.
All this good stuff. There's great artwork on this deal. There's little snippets about the different movies. The gameplay is a little flat.
Okay,
right?
but wait, what's the name of the game again?
It's called a movie top score game.
A movie top score game.
Sci-fi. Yes.
So they're going to make other versions?
Yeah, they're going to, westerns or whatever. There's going to be a whole collection of them.
and sci-fi, okay, right.
Sci-fi, yes. And it's basically the game plays like war. If you've played that with a deck of cards.
I called it battle. Call it battle. Yeah. Well, you put out a card in front of each other.
Right.
If you put out the queen, I put out the king, I win. You put out a 2,
essentially.
I get a 3. But this one,
there's other stats here. There's like budget, tech spec, future foresight. There's all these different, and they've basically applied arbitrary numbers based on the actual movie that came out, what its budget was at the time,
right.
And they've applied a score of 1 to 100, and then so you have your cards, I have mine,
right.
And I choose one of the scores to play against in that round, and whoever has the higher score takes the cards.
I've already taken umbrage with the game where they had special effects for Star Wars, I believe, was set at like 78. But, at the time, the special effects were pretty damn good.
You could see the strings, Dave.
I couldn't see the damn strings. But it was good for the time.
All right. Well, but if you're comparing that to Avatar has a superior special effects. budget and
that's
and
about
look.
all I had that was superior. That's about it. You got it. You win.
Don't get down on Pocahontas in space, all right?
Oh my God! We got another one coming up. I'm excited. Are you excited?
Yes.
Yes.
You can hear. But
Thank
regardless,
you, Hollywood.
Back onto the card game. It is available at lawrenceking.com. It's going to release on February 20th, and it's only $10.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah,
that's a good price point.
Yeah, $9.99. So great artwork. Like I said, this is something that I would stick in my pocket while I'm at a con, waiting to get into the John Barrowman panel and play with some folks in line. Right? Start up a conversation.
That makes good sense there, Brian.
So I like it. I think it's cool.
All
and
right,
we're getting a copy to give away at some point.
Oh,
so.
score! All right, cool. Well, Uno is making a sequel. Called I thought it was DOS when I first saw it. I thought somebody was just screwing with me.
No, you got to wait for 3.1 on that.
But up, Chup. He's here all week. Try the veal. So I don't know. I just thought that was amusing. After 40 years, Mattel decided to make a sequel to Uno.
No, that's cool.
Right.
Did you get the other trailer loaded up?
Fighting positions. I just don't know why you'd ever want to bring back Cobra Kai. We do not train to be merciful here. Mercy is for the weak.
You may know the moves, but none of that matters unless you have balance.
Are you ready to learn the way of the fist?
Yes, Sensei! Johnny, you and I, we aren't done.
Yeah! Cobra Kai never dies.
Oh, okay.
No mercy.
Is this I'm looking at the article here. Is this Netflix picked this up?
No, it's YouTube Red.
Oh, you're right. YouTube Red is going to have this.
So I don't have it. I have never given YouTube money, so I'm not too sure. I mean, in the carte blanche, or no, the a la carte of whatever the hell world we're in now, where pick a streaming service, any streaming service, $9.99.
Right.
They're not really on my radar. I mean, this has some sentimental value.
Yeah.
But
I used the trial period for YouTube TV.
Was it any good?
It was decent. There's 20 channels or so, 25 channels.
Well, yeah. Look, the Amazon Prime. I have the Amazon Prime Video.
Right.
They really got a lot of cheese on there. Like, I watched The Beastmaster with Mark Singer over the weekend.
Nice.
I didn't realize there's so many boobs in that movie too.
There are, Dave.
I know. I had to shield my children's eyes. Look away, son. Do not be dismembered by the... Okay. Let's get a break. Skungy's calling.
Absolutely. Guys, when we get back, we'll have Skungy in his pick of the week. You're listening to The Week in Geek on News Talk 99.5 WRNO.
Are we going to go to Overwatch? This is my montage training.
Yes, we are. Going to cover some Overwatch.
Okay, good.
The 41st Annual Science Fiction, Fantasy, and Gaming Convention, CoastCon, is happening this March 16th through the 18th in the Gulf Coast Coliseum in Biloxi. CoastCon is the longest running and largest convention in Mississippi. Enjoy 3 days of gaming, costumes, shopping, and guest panels with such amazing guests like Bryce Papenbrook from Attack on Titan and New York Times bestselling author Sherilyn Kenyon of the Dark Hunters series. For more information, go to coastcon.org or check out their Facebook page. CoastCon, March 16th through the 18th. Don't miss it.
Jezebel Johnston, Devil's Handmaid by Nancy Hansen, is now an audiobook read for you by Brian Held. It's a tale of a young girl from Tortuga who disguises herself as a boy and bluffs her way onto a pirate ship, chasing after her one true love, only to find adventure on the high seas. Jezebel Johnston, Devil's Handmaid is available on Amazon, Audible, and iTunes. Get your copy of Jezebel Johnston today.
You've waited for it, and now it's here. Get your very own Week in Geek Radio Show t-shirt and help support our show. These 100% cotton black t-shirts with the Week in Geek Radio Show logo are going fast. So don't wait. Go to twigradio.com and order your shirt now. Just go to twigradio.com and get your very own Week in Geek Radio Show t-shirt. $15 up to XL, $17 for 2X and 3X. That's twigradio.com.
Friends, is your morning tea just not your cup of tea? Then try the tea blends of Viridian Tea Company. At Viridian Tea Company, they sell blends guaranteed to make you think outside the box. With such blends as My Enemy's Tears, Goth Librarian, Cyberpunk, and many more, your tea experience will be out of this world. Look for the blends at Tubby & Coo's Mid-City Bookshop, located at 631 North Carrollton, or on Etsy at Viridian Tea Company. Try Viridian Tea Company today. Your taste buds will thank you.
Do you have a message or logo that you need the world to see? Then rely on the folks at Gretna Signworks to use their expertise to deliver your design. With over 15 years in business, Gretna Signworks can do commercial and yard signs, banners, screen-printed t-shirts, magnetic signs, vehicle graphics and lettering, and so much more. Gretna Signworks also has an exceptional network of suppliers, so no job is out of scope. Find Gretna Signworks on Facebook or visit them at 2125 Bell Chase Highway today.
This is Kate Mulgrew for the Week in Geek.
Just kidding. It's Mary Elizabeth McGlynn, the Major from Ghost in the Shell. Listen, or the Tachicomas are going to get you.
Welcome back, New Orleans. You're listening to the Week in Geek on News Talk 99.5 WRNO. This is Brian with
D-Square.
Awesome. It's my favorite part of the show, Dave.
What, when I talk?
No, when we have Skungy come on.
You sneaky guy, you.
I am not what you would call a handsome man.
Skungy's Pick of the Week is brought to you by GameStop and ThinkGeek.com.
Skungy's Pick of the Week.
He might be an idiot savant.
Skungy, what's shaking bacon?
Nothing much. Cobra Kai never die.
Damn Skippy. All right, you're hired again. I like you now.
Actually, I can't talk a whole lot about it. But Skungy and I have actually been recording for a little animation project.
What? I have no idea what you might be speaking about because we did the same thing, Brian.
I know we did.
Good God.
But Skungy's really excited about it.
Well, he should
yes,
be.
Yes, I am.
Somebody actually wants to hear his voice.
I know.
I know, for once.
Speaking of hearing his voice, what game do you have for us this week, Skungy?
Well, it is the, in my opinion, triumphant return of Mutant League Football.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Is that the intro for it?
Damn right it is.
Oh, my God. Mutant League Football was a game that originally came out on the Sega Genesis.
Okay.
Now, it actually used the Madden 93 engine, if I'm correct.
You are correct.
And what it was just basically a football game, but you had, like, ogres, and you had skeletons, and you had robots, and it was completely over the top. So they've brought it back. Now, that one ran off the Madden engine. This one feels like it runs off of a Blitz engine.
Oh, really?
So it feels and plays very much like NFL Blitz.
Okay, I'm down with that.
Which NFL Blitz was, it's a fast pace, like super fast pace, over the top, like throwing the ball 60 yards down the field. Which sets the game up.
I wouldn't want to do an arrow route with an ogre and a skeleton. It just wouldn't work.
No, you really wouldn't. No. But the
a Hail Mary, Brian? You know that play?
Yeah, that's where the receiver is way far away from the quarterback.
Good
right?
job.
You like that?
To his credit, Brian yesterday told me he
knew a lateral?
Of a lateral.
I know. I'm so proud. Our little boy's all grown up.
He's all grown up.
All right, so it's the Blitz engine.
It's a Blitz engine, and the thing that set Mutant League Football apart was the wackiness and craziness of the game. So there are trick plays and dirty plays. For instance, are the calls not going your way? Is the referee being, haven't you always wanted to just the referee? Well, there's a play, kill the ref.
Oh, wow.
And you kill the ref. So, hey, you get a 15-yard penalty for it, but you know what? He's not going to throw flags on you anymore. Or are the calls going another way? Why don't you bribe the ref?
Yes.
Interesting.
I think
so.
The
they
NFL,
have that. You can, and then the
bribed.
Field is made of like bombs and blades and fire pits and all this kind of stuff.
This to me sounds like a futuristic version of Blood Bowl.
Everything's Blood Bowl to you, Brian.
Well,
it's like your go-to.
Well, it's Games Workshop, right? And
They didn't pay for you to say that.
They didn't.
Take that back. I'm gonna go bleep it. Hold on.
Stop giving away airtime for free.
Mm-hmm.
right, so
yes.
when is it coming out? Is it already
Well,
out?
it's already out. It's actually a digital game that you can
son
download
of
on
a-
the PlayStation 4, the Xbox, and the PC. And I just got to add this. One of the funniest things is the announcing of the game. The announcer is Tim Kurtzrow, which you would probably remember from NBA Jam as He's on Fire.
Oh, my God.
Oh,
yeah.
wow, nice.
He's on fire. I thought you were going to say Brian.
No,
All right,
I don't
so-
think he got that gig yet.
No,
So it's
not
a
yet.
digital download. You said Xbox, PS4,
And PC.
All right. How
Yeah,
much
and
is
it's
it?
$20.
Holy crap.
Wow.
And when did this come out?
It came out like just recently. It came out like a couple of weeks ago. That's why I
All
didn't
right.
even know about it. Apparently, there was a Kickstarter for
Well, what
it.
the hell did we
It
not
was-
pay you for?
What do you not pay me for? I don't know. I drink a lot.
You tell me. You're supposed to tell me these things. All right, let's talk about Overwatch. The Overwatch League.
Well, we just had the end of stage 1.
Has
Right.
anybody gotten kicked out of the league yet? Anybody bribed the
No,
ref?
no. The news was kind of like this week. The news is kind of like just simmered down a little bit. Now they had like the final. They're doing the finals for the Open for people for next season.
Oh,
So they're starting those right now. But the biggest news is there's a programming schedule change to what they're doing with the games.
all right.
So games during the weekdays are going to start at 4 p.m. Eastern time now.
Interesting.
Okay.
All right.
So those are the ones that are on Thursday and on Friday. Saturday games are going to start at 1 p.m. Eastern time, and the stage final will no longer be held on Saturday night. They're going to actually hold the stage finals now on Sunday at 1 p.m. The reason that they said this is to counter fatigue. So they give them a little bit of time between playing a final, so
Right,
it makes
so-
it a little bit more of a fair.
Yeah, last week they had
Yeah.
the last round of
It was all
of-
in one day.
and,
yeah.
and then they did the finals all in one day, and yeah, it was crazy.
All right, so now we're going to be heading into phase 2 soon, and there's 4 phases, right?
Yes.
Okay, now when does this next one start, and when does phase 4 start? Because if they're doing 1:00 Eastern on a Sunday, I sure as hell ain't watching it.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's gonna be for that right now. As of right now, that's going forward. That's like every week what they're doing.
All right, well, I mean, April 27th is the NFL draft, so we got a while before football comes back, but they're going to be pushing it close, man. By the phase 4, if it's coming up around football season, that's gonna be a tough
and
nut
it's
to
supposed
crack.
to end in the summer. I thought.
Okay, well, that's cool.
Yeah, it's supposed to. I think it's supposed to end in the summer. So,
And actually, Brian, I'm not trying to poo-poo on anything. I'm actually saying because I really want esports to do
Right.
well, But I mean, going up against the juggernaut of the NFL, you don't want to start off on a day that's notorious for the NFL.
Well, stage 2, week 1 is going to start Wednesday, February 21st. And let me look.
What about phase 4? That's what I'm really kind of curious about.
each phase is like 4 weeks.
Yeah.
So it should be done well before the season. But that doesn't mean that they're not going to try to do another season after. And if they would be smart, like you said, Dave, they wouldn't want to go against the NFL because you just don't go against them.
Yeah, the draft is the 27th of April.
Stage 4, week 5 starts Wednesday, June 13th.
Oh, no. That's
So,
awesome. That's
yeah.
perfect.
So we're looking at
preseason doesn't start till August, and nobody gives a crap about NFL preseason. Even the NFL doesn't give a crap about it.
right. So, you're probably June, you got July, August, September is probably when that stuff's going to be wrapping
Well,
up.
good. All right.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, look, we've talked about it before. Even when the news first broke, I mean, they have NFL owners that own some of these teams. So,
Right.
I mean, these guys are not stupid. I mean, I got a good feeling about the E League.
Yeah.
The eSports leagues in general.
Right. Go Outlaws.
Well, eventually you're going to probably see advertising for them at NFL games at certain owners, because since NFL owners own some of the teams, why aren't they going to advertise their other team during a sporting event?
No, you're right. You're right.
And they've got some huge advertisers on the Twitch stream. They've got Intel, HP, Toyota.
Toyota?
Yeah, Toyota's one of maybe Lexus. I don't know about that last one, but
Cars I can't afford.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, but
so just to give you all the standings real quick,
Mhm.
the New York Excelsior are 9-1. They are like whooping up.
Man.
Houston, London, and the LA Valiant, they're all, and also, I'm sorry, the Soul Destiny, they're all 7-3. So they're 2, 3, 4, and 5. Boston is 6-4, along with Philadelphia. The LA Gladiators are 4-6. Frisco is 3-7. Dallas is 3-7. Florida, with their jorts, are 1-9, and the Shanghai Dragons, all the way in the cellar, winless at 0-10.
Holy crap!
Oh yeah,
they're like the Cleveland Browns.
Oh, they're doing terrible.
They're the Cleveland Browns,
wow. That's
or Dallas in the playoffs.
Or that too. But Dallas isn't doing very good either in the Overwatch League either. Those sports.
Yeah,
that was supposed to be.
Yeah, they're
DJ's
3-7,
team,
man. They're like. I mean, it seems like now this going further along in the season, we're now starting to see that separation in the play field of like who's going to be the elites and who's not.
But now, Brian, aren't they doing like you can still they're doing the open?
Yeah, Skungy just said it. They just wrapped up the open play,
okay,
so that people can normal everyday people who play very well can get into the league. Yeah. That stuff's out there.
They just wrapped up for this, but they said that they're going to do another open in April for people who want to try to qualify to play, because anybody can play on the team as long as
we're going.
And look, I was shocked actually. My nephew was in town last weekend for Mardi Gras, and he told me that he was approached by an eSports league for, I believe it was League of Legends. They offered him a position in LA, $30K a year. A place to stay, all that good stuff.
Was he like a booster in college? Did he like try to give him a car and everything?
No. No, but he wasn't able to take it. But regardless, that stuff's out there. If you play well, your stats are available. It's in the system. They can see you and make those kind of offers.
We need to just like sponsor some random jamoke out there trying to get on the Overwatch League.
That'd be cool.
Hey kids, it pays to play video games.
It does, damn it. So, all right, Skungy, guess what, man? We gotta go to break. We gotta go to break.
Fantastic!
Look, I'm busy right now. I'm getting ready. It's just montage Sunday.
Yes.
My thumbs already cramping up. Come rub my thumbs, Brian.
All right, we'll get you ready for the eSports League, man.
Yes.
All right, guys, when we get back from these short commercial messages, we'll have colorist and animator Jeff Balke as our guest. Stay tuned, guys. You're listening to The Week in Geek on News Sport.
Wow, you got sports on the brain. I'm loving it.
On News Talk 99.5 WRNO.
News Sports WRNO. We're going with that. We're flipping the station.
This March 16th through the 18th, CoastCon marks its 41st annual science fiction, fantasy, and gaming convention in Mississippi's Gulf Coast Coliseum in Biloxi. CoastCon is the longest-running and largest convention in Mississippi. Enjoy 3 days of gaming, costumes, shopping, and guest panels with such amazing guests like Bryce Papenbrook from Attack on Titan and New York Times bestselling author Sherilyn Kenyon of the Dark Hunters series. For more information, go to coastcon.org or check out their Facebook page. CoastCon, March 16th through the 18th. Don't miss it.
Black Tie Tans, the premier mobile spray tanning professionals of New Orleans. Black Tie Tans will come to you and give you a natural glistening glow on the go. First-time customers get 20% off their first tan. Find them on Facebook at Black Tie Tans or email them at blacktitans@gmail.com to set your appointment. Going to a wedding? Going out to the club? Black Tie Tans will give you the look you need. Black Tie Tans. Tell your pale friends.
Are you looking for a unique gift or geeky item? Then look no further than Silverblatt Design. They offer unparalleled etched logos in glass or stainless steel from your favorite fandoms. Silverblatt Design etches on pint glasses, tumblers, shot glasses, flasks, and more. Having trouble finding a particular logo? Silverblatt Design does custom work and gets you exactly what you're looking for. Professional attitude, great customer service, and high-quality products are available now at Silverblatt Design. Find them on Facebook or Etsy and place your order today. Friends, is your morning tea just not your cup of tea? Then try the tea blends of Viridian Tea Company. At Viridian Tea Company, they sell blends guaranteed to make you think outside the box. With such blends as My Enemy's Tears, Goth Librarian, Cyberpunk, and many more, your tea experience will be out of this world. Look for the blends at Tubby & Coo's Mid-City Bookshop, located at 631 North Carrollton, or on Etsy at Viridian Tea Company. Try Viridian Tea Company today. Your taste buds will thank you.
You've waited for it, and now it's here. Get your very own Week in Geek Radio Show t-shirt and help support our show. These 100% cotton black t-shirts with the Week in Geek Radio Show logo are going fast. So don't wait. Go to twigradio.com and order your shirt now. Just go to twigradio.com and get your very own Week in Geek Radio Show t-shirt. $15 up to XL, $17 for 2X and 3X. That's twigradio.com.
Everyone listen! No one quits! This is Casper Van Dien, Johnny Rico from Starship Troopers, and you're listening to the Week in Geek Radio Show! Come on, you apes! You want to live forever? Kill them all! You know what to do! Service guarantees citizenship!
This is Brian Held with the Week in Geek Radio Show on News Talk 99.5 WRNO, and I am joined by colorist and animator Jeff Balke. How are you, sir?
I'm fantastic. How about you?
Oh, man, it's wonderful. We're just wrapped up Mardi Gras down here in New Orleans, but yeah, it's all good, man. We're all still kind of hungover. So, Jeff, you have your obviously, like I just said, a colorist and animator. You've been in the industry for about 11 years now, but you have a very interesting technique. Why don't you tell me, what is sketch coloring?
When you go to conventions and you can go up to your favorite artist or almost any artist, and they'll sit there and they'll do a sketch for you, a head sketch, full body, butt shot, whatever. But they'll actually, with the pencil, they'll draw on a piece of paper, whatever it may be. Well, colorists don't do a lot of illustration work. So in 2007, I came up with something. I got an idea of actually taking markers and hand coloring on the actual comic books. And technically in 2008 is when I created my very first one. I took Prismacolor markers and I hand colored on the black and white variant cover. I didn't know how it was going to come out. I had no idea what I was doing. I didn't know if the markers were going to stick. There was no practicing on it whatsoever. And that's from that point on, when I brought those out, it was actually at a Texas show. Actually, Wizard World, Texas in 2008. I told everybody that I was doing sketch colorings and I was doing them for free because, again, I didn't know exactly how they were going to be. I did 109 that weekend.
Holy jeez.
I wish I would have charged at least $5.
Right.
But, again, I didn't know how it was going to take off. There was at one point when I looked up, and there was a line of people, probably, 9, 12 deep, something like that. I didn't really count. But all these people had black and white covers in their hand. And I'm like, oh, my God, these people are for me? Oh, this is so sweet. So then it just spilled over into prints of all sizes, posters. I've also done some action figures. I've hand colored. I don't recommend doing that. It's very messy.
Right.
I mean, I've done some weird stuff. I've done some bras. I've done underwear, both men and women.
Wow.
I'm going to leave it right there. Talk about Mardi Gras.
There you go.
It's so cool that now 10 years later, here I am. And I'm physically still doing the same thing. Of course, I've mastered it a little bit more,
right,
but it's still going strong today, and so many people love it. So this is the 10-year anniversary of my sketch colorings.
Wow, that's awesome. Now, you're taking all of that learning over the past 10 years, and you've coupled that with animation, right?
Yeah, it's a whole different beast, I'll tell you that. But I love it.
Yeah. So, I mean, how's that working for you? You've been doing it for, what, about 3 years now?
Yeah, this is actually the third year. November 4th of this year will be 3 years exactly. I woke up one day at a convention. It was actually at MegaCon in Orlando. And I don't know what it was, but I woke up, I sat up in the bed, and I said, I want to do animation. My husband, he actually looked over to me and said, okay.
Yeah.
And that was it. That was our whole conversation. That was it. And I'm like, okay, so I taught myself kind of how to do the old school animation, the cell animation, where everything is drawn by hand.
All right.
I don't necessarily do it. I actually hire the people to do it for me. So right now, I actually have 2 former Disney animators working with me who've worked on Beauty and the Beast, who've worked on Little Mermaid, who've worked on, 35 plus years of animations that we grew up with.
Wow.
And not just Disney, but, even, you remember the Raid commercial back in the day, those little bugs.
The cockroaches, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm working with the animator that did the cockroaches.
Oh, geez, that's super cool.
I mean, to some people that's kind of stupid, but to me it's like, I remember I liked that commercial because of the stupid cockroaches.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So we are physically actually creating animation how the masters did back in the day. So we're hand drawing everything, and I'm kind of doing something a little bit different because unfortunately the cells, the clear plastic sheets, are extremely hard to find. The paint is even harder to find.
Wow.
And when you find it, then you have to kind of like, you got to, play with the colors, make sure you got this and that. And pigments are, it's a mess. So I came up with this idea that we hand draw it on paper with pencil, just, as you would.
Right.
And then you scan it in the computer, you color it up, and you put everything together with the computer. And I'm calling this digital cell animation.
Fair enough.
So, but that's how we're doing all of our shorts up to about 4 minutes. Everything after that, because it's such a process. It's basically everything after 4 minutes. It's going to be mostly digital.
Yeah.
So that's basically how we're doing it.
Okay. No, that's fair. Now, your colorist or your coloring that you're doing, your animating, is this all original properties that you're working on, or are you like hired out to do different properties? How's that working?
Yeah, these are actually all of our own characters at the studio, Jeff Balke Studios. I've got roughly about just under 100 of my own characters right now, and they're all, copywritten, and some are being trademarked, all that kind of stuff. I'm going through the whole process of that as well. But these are all of our original characters. There's a couple of them that are standing out that people are liking, the fans are liking more. So, of course, I'm kind of coming out a little bit more with them. I have 2 squirrels. I have 2 penguins. I've also got 2 buddies, the Balkinator and B, who is actually just myself and my husband, who are cartooned.
Okay, all right.
And they're best friends in the animation. We're not doing anything, none of that political stuff. No.
Right. That's good because we don't talk politics in the show at all. So there you go.
Good.
Yes.
Good. Here either.
Yeah.
I'm very excited that a few of these characters, even though, like I said, I've got just under 100, roughly about 6 to 8 of them are really starting to take the front, and people are liking these characters more. So, of course, we have our own animation. We've got 3 comic books. By the time we get out to the New Orleans show, we should have the 3 books done, which I'm very excited about, under our own Balke Comics division.
Okay.
And, of course, we have comic strips, and we've got a whole bunch of other things in the pipeline that we're creating as well.
Now, you brought up a very good point just a moment ago, is the New Orleans show. And that's, of course, the Mighty Cons brand is coming down here around June 9th, 10th, that weekend to do New Orleans Comic-Con at the Hilario Center. So tell me about your relationship with these guys.
The first show that I did with the Mighty Con people, they brought me in like family. They bring everybody in basically like family, really, to be honest. But I do their shows because why I like their shows so much is because they're art based, they're comic book based. They don't have all those celebrities. And let's face it, seeing celebrities is awesome because not all of us get to see them on a daily basis.
Right.
But they focus around the artists from all over the place and the comic books.
Okay.
And unfortunately, that is very rare to find nowadays because everything kind of went pop culture because with the movies and all that kind of stuff that's out there, these guys haven't gone that. You might see every now and then, you might see a Power Ranger here and there who they do invite.
Right.
But, for the New Orleans show, I can't wait. I have not been to New Orleans in a few years.
Okay.
And I think since Wizard World New Orleans, a few years ago I went, like maybe 3-4 years now.
Okay.
And I'm really looking forward to it. I don't know who the guests are yet. I know I'm one of them.
Right.
I'm kind of excited, and the anticipation is just building in me as well.
Yeah.
But I can't wait. MightyCon just puts on a really good show, and it's just 2 days of fun and just family-oriented stuff.
Well, and, you make a good point, too, about it seems like these conventions are not really worthy of the term Comic-Con anymore. It really should be Pop Culture Con because you go to these events, you're looking for comic books, and there's not a lot of dealers that have them, right?
Unfortunately, yeah.
Yeah.
I can tell you one thing. I know at the MightyCon shows, I mean, they're not flooded with comic books, but you can turn almost anywhere and you're going to see people with rows of boxes of comics. And every single vendor who has comics, they're packed.
Nice.
Daily. And it's such a nice thing to see because I know when I first started going to shows, that's exactly what it was all about. The celebrities were the artists. And it's just so nice to see a show, not even just a show, but people who run the show who are bringing that back in their own small little way.
Right.
Because, they're not New York Comic-Con. They're not San Diego Comic-Con. But you know what? To me, they're big.
Yeah.
Because they're bringing the art back. That's a big thing for me.
And that's fantastic. And we have a lot of friends of the show here in New Orleans who are Marvel, DC, Image, comic book artists that we just love to death. And we love seeing them at the shows. Yeah, definitely.
Awesome.
So, Jeff, tell me about this special print that you've done just for the New Orleans Comic-Con show that Mighty Con's putting on.
So I'm very excited that my animation studio, or my studio, we got asked to do an exclusive print for the Mighty Con shows. And, of course, one of them is also the New Orleans show. And I'm coming up with something that I think is going to be really fun. You're going to look at it and go, oh, my gosh, that's New Orleans. You're just going to know. It's not for sale. The only people who can get this print is if you pre-order your tickets. And that's for all pre-orders. It's not like one per family. Oh, no, it's one per pre-order ticket. And as far as I know, kids 12 and under get in for free. There's going to be plenty to go around. So hopefully they're going to sell out. But I can't tell you what it is yet because 100% I'm not exactly sure what the print is. But we are creating it here at Jeff Balke Studios specifically for the New Orleans show. Nice. That'll be given out. That's actually given out from the show themselves, not from us.
Okay.
From the show to the fans.
I appreciate that tease. Thank you.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Awesome.
Right. Well, Jeff, we're getting close to a commercial break, so tell me, where can folks find you out on the net, out on social media, all those good links?
Of course, I'm everywhere. I'm a geek, so I'm going to be everywhere. Everything is under Balke Studios. YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, but then also you can find all of that under jeffbalkestudios.com. And I'm still building that site as we go, as I'm speaking here, but all the information that you guys want, including the shows that we're going to be doing, are all up there right now as well.
That sounds great. Well, Jeff, we look forward to seeing you in June.
Awesome. I can't wait to get down there, guys. I really can't.
All right. We'll talk to you soon.
Okay.
All right, guys, stay tuned. When we get back from these short commercial messages, we'll close out the show as we always do with This Week in Geek History. You're listening to The Week in Geek on News Talk 99.5 WRNO.
Silverblatt Design has etched glass or stainless steel from your favorite fandoms. Pint glasses, tumblers, shot glasses, flasks, and more from Silverblatt Design. Find Silverblatt Design on Facebook or Etsy and place your order today.
Do you have a message or logo that you need the world to see? Then rely on the folks at Gretna Signworks to use their expertise to deliver your design. With over 15 years in business, Gretna Signworks can do commercial and yard signs, banners, screen-printed t-shirts, magnetic signs, vehicle graphics and lettering, and so much more. Gretna Signworks also has an exceptional network of suppliers, so no job is out of scope. Find Gretna Signworks on Facebook or visit them at 2125 Belle Chase Highway today.
Jezebel Johnston, Devil's Handmaid by Nancy Hansen, is now an audiobook read for you by Brian Held. It's a tale of a young girl from Tortuga who disguises herself as a boy and bluffs her way onto a pirate ship, chasing after her one true love, only to find adventure on the high seas. Jezebel Johnston, Devil's Handmaid is available on Amazon, Audible, and iTunes. Get your copy of Jezebel Johnston today.
Black Tie Tans, the premier mobile spray tanning professionals of New Orleans. Black Tie Tans will come to you and give you a natural glistening glow on the go. First-time customers get 20% off their first tan. Find them on Facebook at Black Tie Tans or email them at blacktitans@gmail.com to set your appointment. Going to a wedding? Going out to the club? Black Tie Tans will give you the look you need. Black Tie Tans. Tell your pale friends.
The 41st Annual Science Fiction, Fantasy, and Gaming Convention, CoastCon, is happening this March 16th through the 18th in the Gulf Coast Coliseum in Biloxi. CoastCon is the longest running and largest convention in Mississippi. Enjoy 3 days of gaming, costumes, shopping, and guest panels with such amazing guests like Bryce Papenbrook from Attack on Titan and New York Times bestselling author Sherilyn Kenyon of the Dark Hunters series. For more information, go to coastcon.org or check out their Facebook page. CoastCon, March 16th through the 18th. Don't miss it.
Yeah, this is Sam J. Jones / Gordon, and you are listening to The Week in Geek. You better be listening. I will hunt you down, and I will find you.
Welcome back. This is The Week in Geek, your source for geek and pop culture news that's trending now. As always, though, we want to strongly urge you to check out our Facebook page, facebook.com/The Week in Geek. Check out our website at twigradio.com. Follow us on Twitter at Twig Radio, and the Instagram's The Week in Geek. Now, Brian, how can people listen to this lovely show?
Well, if you missed any part of tonight's show or you want to catch your favorite part again, you can find us on Spreaker.com or download Spreaker for your smartphone or tablet. We're also on iTunes, YouTube, Stitcher, the iHeartRadio app, and at WRNO.com.
Stitcher. I always think of it like some bad horror flick. You know? So now, Brian, we've got big plans next weekend, huh?
We absolutely do. Guys, Dave and I and Don Cooper will be in tow. We're going to be at Pensacon. That's February 23rd through the 25th. You can find out more information at Pensacon.com. We'll be in downtown Pensacola tearing it up. Having a great time.
Oh, are we going to go to that restaurant again?
McGuire's, the Irish pub? Absolutely.
The food's so good, make you go punch your mama.
Oh, yeah. And what's nice about Pensacon is the entire downtown gets in on the party. All of the downtown bars and restaurants, Vinyl Music Club.
Isn't it in that big thing right there off the interstate?
Yeah, the Bay Flyers Arena is where the main event is, the host hotel. And there's other event spaces around. There's a free trolley that you can jump on.
A trolley, you say?
I do, yes.
I love trolleys.
Yeah.
Ding, ding.
So,
Mr. Rogers trolley?
Maybe so.
Okay.
Yes. But it's going to be a great time. They have tons of guests. Go check out their website, pensacon.com. And we're going to be out there. So stop us and say hi.
Yes. Stop, Brian. I don't really like to talk to people. But, Brian, I was talking about our Facebook page, and there were a couple of articles that popped up on our Facebook page, facebook.com/The Week in Geek.
Right.
So, apparently, last week we didn't get to it. There's big giant, well, not giant crawfish. There's little crawfish that are like overpopulating Europe right now.
Yeah, they're tribble crawfish.
Yeah, right.
Right.
So like they're asexually budding all over the place, and so
more specifically, they're cloning themselves.
Okay,
yes.
We'll go with that.
Right.
But then also they're having rodents of unusual size in Pasadena or somewhere. It's in California.
Really?
Yeah.
What are the three terrors of the fire swamp? 1, the flame spurt. 2, the lightning sand.
Firstly, what about the ROUSs?
Rodents of unusual size? I don't think they exist.
You know what they are?
They're nutria?
They're nutria.
Yeah.
It's like Southeast Louisiana has just conquered the world now. They got our big giant ass nutria out there in California. Our little crawfish are like taking over Germany.
Well, and wasn't it like Wisconsin or Minnesota or something that had a big crawfish explosion out there?
Yeah.
And they were freaking out. They're like pests and like we have to get rid of this.
I know, it's like food, you son of a biscuit.
Right. They were like, look, we'll send you some crawfish pots. And
I mean, I'm not a big fan of nutria. It's a little gamey, but still you can eat it.
Yes, absolutely.
Fry anything, man. All right, let's do This Week in Geek History.
Fair enough.
This Week in Geek History.
We're sending you back to the future!
Yes! Oh my God!
This Week in Geek History is brought to you by Jezebel Johnston, Devil's Handmaid by Nancy Hansen, read by Brian Held. Available on Amazon, Audible, and iTunes. This Week in Geek History.
Yes! Oh my gosh!
Da-na-na, da-na-na, wow.
All right, Dave.
I heard the guy who reads that book is also in NCIS.
Yes, he is.
Wow.
Yeah, 2 episodes now.
We should get him on the show.
Well, yeah. I'll see what I can do to book him.
Cool, thanks.
All right, first one out of the gate. You've got to guess it. February 12th, 1993. Here's a little clue. There's some time travel involved, all right? Starring Bill Murray, Andy McDowell, Chris Elliott, and directed by Harold Ramis.
It's Groundhog Day.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yes. So apparently we're supposed to have 6 more weeks of winter, right? The groundhog saw his shadow.
Supposedly.
Yeah.
Who cares what that rat thinks?
Kind of warm down here right now.
It's not a nutria.
That's true. All right.
Do we have a Punxsutawney nutria? A Dalmatian nutria?
We might. We'll have to look that up. All right. February 13th in the year 2000. The last original Peanuts comic strip appears in newspapers one day after Charles M. Schultz dies.
Wow. Thanks for bringing the show up.
Yeah, well, I just, it's a historical item. I put it in there. Sorry.
Now I'm going to go cry.
There you go.
Okay, I'm better now.
All right, this one's getting interesting. February 14th, 2005.
Oh. That was a bad year.
Created by 3 former PayPal employees, YouTube is launched.
Oh, what? On February 14th, I'm expecting, like, what is that swipe right thing? Tinder or
Tinder.
something?
Yeah, no, I don't have anything in here for Tinder, I don't think.
Okay. So YouTube was created on Valentine's Day.
It was, and it's a juggernaut now.
Wait, is that the guy who was like who went to the damn zoo and filmed My Day at the San Diego Zoo? Because we had that in This Week in Geek History once.
We did, absolutely.
So they created it, and then they went to the zoo?
Apparently.
What's a lovely day to go to the zoo? Happy Valentine's Day, my love. Look at Nutria.
Nice.
What's next?
February 16th, 1923. Archaeologist Howard Carter opens the sealed doorway to the tomb of King Tutankhamun.
Oh.
Yes.
And then Al Capone's vault. Al Capone's
glove compartment. Yeah.
Roadmaps. Supplies.
Yes. I love UHF.
I know.
If you haven't seen UHF with Weird Al Yankovic, go watch it.
Toy Fair. Toy Fair was this weekend.
Was it?
Yeah. And Funko made Weird Al pops.
Oh,
There's
that's
Weird
right.
Al pop from Because I'm Fat. I'm fat. Yeah. So it's like a Michael Jackson mashup with Weird Al.
Interesting.
Must have.
All right, go get it.
Google.
All right, next on my list, February 17th, 1936. The Phantom, a comic strip created by Lee Falk, debuts. So, do you remember The Phantom?
No, but you're gonna quote it right now and go.
Well, he was the Phantom is the first fictional hero to wear a skin-tight costume.
Purple.
Yes, and was the first shown in a mask with no visible pupils.
Hey, Brian, what evil lurks in the heart of men?
The shadow knows what evil lurks in. Oh,
the shadow of the Phantom.
Yes.
I'm getting them all screwed up.
You are.
Wow, I suck. Moving on.
All right. Last one on my list is also February 17th in 1996. NASA launches the first in the Discovery series of spacecraft, the NEAR spacecraft, aboard a Delta II rocket. NEAR stands for Near Earth Asteroid Rendezvous. So, what?
Asteroid Rendezvous.
You are terrible and incorrigible.
Yes.
And all of those things. We need to get a NASA scientist on.
We do, man. It's been a long time, man.
It has. We need to check up on Juno. All right,
that's the one that got Lego figures on it, right?
Right.
Was it?
No, I don't know what. Oh, yeah, you're right. I think it does. Yes,
he was on the show.
He was.
And
all right.
Now we've got cars floating in space. We've got dead satellites, garbage, and cars now.
Right.
Thanks, SpaceX.
All right, you ready for some birthdays?
Sorry, no. Okay, yes, I'm ready.
All right, on the 12th, Michael Ironside. He was in Top Gun, Total Recall, Starship Troopers. He was the...
he's a bad actor. He's always the bad villain.
Yeah, well, He was Razanak in Starship Troopers. Razanak was Roughnecks?
No, Rat Chicks.
Rat Chicks,
Rat Chicks, Roughnecks.
There you go. Highlander 2, all that good stuff.
Yeah.
All right, on the 13th, Henry Rollins.
And like Henry Rollins, the Rollins band?
Yeah, but he was also in Johnny Mnemonic, Heat, Lost Highway, Jack Frost, Bad Boys 2.
Yeah.
Oh, come on, Johnny Mnemonic was good. It had a friggin'
talking dolphin.
Yeah, talking dolphin.
A psychic dolphin, or whatever the hell it was.
It was a cybernetic dolphin.
Reboots. We need a Johnny Mnemonic reboot.
Oh, that'd be funny. On the 14th, Simon Pegg.
Yay!
Yeah,
he's in the new Mission Impossible that no one wants to see.
I don't want to see it.
Yeah. You're not alone.
Yeah. On the 15th, Matt Groening from The Simpsons fame. He started with that comic strip Life in Hell. Remember that?
No, I don't.
Yeah, it was the weird bunny-looking thing. And
oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. On the 16th, LeVar Burton.
Hey, all right. Jordan.
And on the 18th, Molly Ringwald, which somebody tried to check my geek credentials recently and said, hey, have you ever heard of a movie called Space Hunter? And I'm like, Space Hunter Adventures in the Forbidden Zone? And one of Molly Ringwald's early appearances? That movie? And they're like, yeah, you got it.
Just laying the lumber on them.
Of course.
All right, Brian. Now, we only got a little bit of time. So what's Pensacon?
Pensacon next weekend. Our guest who's going to be in studio is Destrick Williams from the SCA, the local chapter. He's going to be talking about it. And, that's kind of what's going on. So lots of stuff on our Facebook page. Big shout out to Kimberly B. Richardson and Viridian Tea Company. Thanks for supporting the show. And
thank you, Taste Buds.
Thank you, Taste Buds. There you go. So, yeah, that's about it. That's all I got.
All right, download the show, like it, share it, do all that jazz. Till next time, keep your nerd flag raised high.
GFL.
Your new home for Walton and Johnson. News Talk 99.5 WRNO FM, New Orleans, an iHeart radio station.